into Bandhan. After raising our Kundalini. Raise. Attention on your Sahasrara. Don't close your eyes. Push back your head. 1. Again. Sit straight. Take it up on your head. 2. 3. Now a bandhan. 1, 2. Do it properly, systematically. 3. All of us should do properly. 3. 4. 5. Try to wait as I'm doing. 6. 7. Still not, we have not done it properly. We all should do in one rhythm. Let's do it again. 1. Slowly. 2. With attention on the Sahasrara. 3. How do I do it? 4. 5. Good. 6. Attention on Sahasrara. 7. So today is the day when we have to introspect. So should we go into meditation, all of us? Please close your eyes. All of you close your eyes. Now we all will do the meditation the way we have been doing in the halls wherever we had public programs. So the first you have to put your hand on your heart. We'll work on the left hand side and the left hand towards me. Now, first of all, you put your hand on your heart. In the heart resides Shiva, is the spirit. So, you have to thank your spirit that it has brought light to your attention. Because you are a saint, and the light that has come in your heart has to enlighten the whole world. So please, now in your heart, you pray that let this light of my love of the divine spread to the whole world. With all sincerity and understanding that you are connected with the divine and whatever you desire will happen. With full confidence in yourself. Now put your right hand in the upper part of your abdomen on the left hand side, on the upper part of your stomach on the left hand side, and now here is the center of your dharma. Here you have to pray that let Vishwa Nirmal Dharma spread in the whole world. Let people see the light through our dharmic life, through our righteousness. Let people see them and accept the Vishwa Nirmal Dharma by which they get enlightenment and a benevolent higher life and a desire to ascend. Now, take your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen, of the stomach, on the left hand side. Press it. Now this is the center of pure knowledge. Here, you have to say as Sir Yogis that our mother has given us the full idea how the divine works. She has given us all the mantras and all the pure knowledge that we could bear and understand. Let me fully be knowledgeable about that. All of us. I have seen if the man is a leader, the wife doesn't know a word about Sahaja Yoga. If the woman knows about Sahaja Yoga, the husband doesn't know anything about it. Let me be proficient and an expert in this knowledge. So that I can give realization to people, make them understand what is divine law, what is Kundalini, and what are the chakras. Let my attention be more on Sahaja Yoga than all these mundane things. Now put your right hand in the upper part of your abdomen. Close your eyes. Now here, on the left hand side, press it. Now here, Mother has given me the spirit and I have my own Guru, which is the spirit. I am master of my own. Let there be no abandonment. Let there be dignity in my character. Let there be generosity in my behavior. Let there be compassion and love for other Sahaja Yogis. Let me not show off, but have a deep knowledge about God's love and His doings. So that when people come to me, I should be able to tell them about Sahaja Yoga and give them this great knowledge with humility and love. Now raise your right hand on your heart. Here you have to thank God that you have felt the ocean of joy and you have felt the ocean of forgiveness. And the capacity to forgive as our mother has, which we have seen is so tremendous. Let my heart expand and encompass the whole universe. And my love should resound the name of God. The heart every moment should express the beauty of God's love. Take your now right hand in the Vishuddhi, that is on the left Vishuddhi, between the neck and the shoulder in the corner. I will not indulge into the falsehood of guilt, because I know it is falsehood. I will not escape my faults, but face them and eradicate them. I will not try to find faults with others, but in my own knowledge of Sahaja Yoga, let me remove their faults. We have so many ways secretly we can remove the faults of others. Let my collectivity become so great that the whole Sahaja Yoga race is my own family, my own children, my home, my everything. Let me get that feeling completely, innately built within myself that I am a part and parcel of the whole, because we all have one mother. And let my concern go to the whole world to know what are their problems and how can, through my true desire, power, solve that. Let me feel the problems of the world in my heart and innately to remove all of them from the basis of which they are, from the basis from which they are generated. Let me go to the principles of all these problems and try to remove them through my Sahaja Yoga powers, through my saintly powers. Now put your right hand on your forehead across. Now here you have to say, first of all, I have to forgive all those who have not come in Sahaja Yoga. Those who are on the periphery, who come and go, who jump in and jump out. But first of all and foremost, I have to forgive all the Sahaja Yogis because they are all better than me. I am the one who tries to find faults with them, but I am at the lowest ebb and I have to forgive them because I must know that I still have to go very further. I am still much less. I have to improve myself. This humility has to come within us. So you have to say here, let the humility in my heart, in a true sense, not hypocritical, work out this feeling of forgiveness so that I bow to reality, to God and to Sahaja Yoga. Now you have to put back your hand on the back side of your head and push back your head here, and you have to say here, Oh Mother, whatever wrong we have done to you so far, and whatever wrong goes in our minds, and whatever smallness we have shown to you, whatever way we have troubled you and challenged you, please forgive us. You have to ask for forgiveness. In your intelligence you should know what I am. I don't have to tell you again and again. Not at Sahasrara, you have to thank me. At Sahasrara, put your hand, move it 7 times and thank me 7 times. Mother, thank you very much for the realization. And Mother, thank you very much for making us understand how great we are. And thank you very much for bringing all the blessings of the divine. And thank you very much for raising us higher, much higher than from where we were. And also thank you very much for sustaining us and for helping us to improve ourselves and correct ourselves. And thank you very much ultimately that Mother, you have come on this earth, taken your birth and working so hard for us, for all of us. Press it hard and move it hard. Khali basa. खाली बसा, खाली बसा, खाली बसा, खाली बसा, खाली उतरा, खाली उतरा, खाली उतरा, खाली उतरा, खाली उतरा, get down, get down, get down, get down. Now take down your hands. Heads are all very hot. So now let us give ourselves a nice bandhan. In the bandhan of Mother, let us move our left to the right. 1, nicely. Understanding what you are, what are your auras. Now again, second one. Now the third one. Now the fourth one. Now the fifth. Now the sixth one. And now the seventh. Now raise your Kundalini. Raise your Kundalini. Slowly, very slowly. Raise it first time, you have to do it very slowly. Now push back your heads and give it a knot. One knot. Second one. Let's do it very slowly. And knowing what you are. You are a saint. Do it properly. Properly. Do it properly, not in a haste. Take it to your head. Push back your head and give it two knots there. One and two. Now let's do the other one. Again, the third one we have to give three knots. Very slowly do it. Very slowly. Now do it properly. Now push back your head. Now give it the third one. Three times. Now see your vibrations. See your vibrations like this. All the children, see your vibrations like this. Put your hands. Just step down it. Alright? Good.
So, I have told you already about one chakra, that is Muladhara chakra, the Muladhara where Kundalini resides. Then about the Nabhi chakra, from where it rises, the Swadhisthana chakra, which moves round and round and creates the Bhavasagara. I have also told you about the spirit, the flicker of light that exists in the heart, which is looked after by Shiva. The flicker of light, which is the Sakshi, which is the witness. It is like a flicker that you find in a gas light. Now the gas itself is not enlightened. The gas itself is the energy, but is not enlightened. The flicker is enlightened. When the gas passes over to the flicker, it also gets enlightened. That is what is Sahaj Yoga is. That is what is the Kundalini awakening when it touches that flicker. But the flicker has got the seat on top of the head here, which is known as the seat of the Sadashiva. And this is the form or aspect of God, which is existence. God, Shiva, is existence. And this is the first form which emerges into all these forms, like the seed emerges into the whole tree and becomes the seed. And ultimately, at the dissolution point also, it becomes Shiva. That's why it is known as Shiva, means a permanent form. It doesn't go into any formations. It doesn't incarnate. It is a witness which watches. That's the aspect of God. So you have got three aspects of God. The first one, which is the Shiva, which is the existence. The second one, which is the creator, which is Brahmadeva, and the third one, which is Vishnu, which is the sustainer, which evolves, which gives evolutionary movement, which incarnates, which has incarnated 10 times. Now, the chakra above that, you see in the center, which we call as Sacred Heart, is in the center. Is known as the cardiac center. You can say Hridaya chakra. You all know what is Hridaya chakra. It's placed here, behind, in the medulla oblongata, but outside also is a cardiac plexus. Now this center, the cardiac center, is governed by the deity Jagadamba, the mother of the universe. Parvati, wife of Shiva, the power of Shiva, takes her place here to help the struggling evolutionary human beings who are trying to evolve themselves, to protect them from the satanic, from the demonic forces. She is known as Lalita. She is known by many names. They say she has been incarnated 108 times. She has been incarnated many a times. She has incarnated as a Amsha also, as a part of her, has also been incarnated. She is the essence of Raksha, is the protection. A person who suffers from insecurity gets this throbbing here, he gets disturbed. People who suffer from fear have this problem here. She gives us the protection. She is the protector. And she is the mother of this world, Jagadamba. On the right hand side of the heart exists, left hand side I've already told you, right hand side exists the symbol of Sri Ram, and his power is Sita. Sri Ram is at an evolutionary stage, came as a leader on this earth, as an incarnation of Vishnu, 8th incarnation. And he tried to show the political leadership of a divine nature. He incarnated on this earth 12,000 years back. And at that time, in the whole awareness of human beings, the idea of a leader, as a political leader, was born. He is responsible for creating the political awakening within us 12,000 years back in the human awareness. His power was Sita, his wife, who was a very simple woman. But she was the form of Adishakti. We know she was. Because at that time the people were very sensitive, they could see that. These days people are not. They cannot make out a Ravana from Sita. See, that is what is the condition of our sensitivity. This is the central force, is known as the force of Mahalakshmi. So the Lakshmi is born as Sita for the first time as a human being. On the left-hand side force is known as the force of Mahakali. Vidyut, I wanted to meet you. अच्छा ये पार हो गए ना? अच्छा. What time are you leaving? अभी खत्म कर ले lecture. Can she come tomorrow? Tomorrow morning is the meditation. Oh God. काठमांडू में जा रहे हैं. I'm also going to Kathmandu on the 16th evening. Will you be there? Alright, so you can give her the address. I will try to contact you. Alright? May God bless you. So, the left hand side power is known as Mahakali's power, and the right hand side known as the Mahasaraswati's power. Now, the central power is for evolution. The central power, or you can say the central ascending column, is meant for the evolution of man. So, you are born, all of us, in the Bhavasagara state. Now, you have to ascend from one to another to another to another. The higher one than that is, as I told you, on the right hand side is that of Sri Rama, and his power is Siddha. The complete form of Vishnu came to human beings 6,000 years back as Sri Krishna. That is at this chakra known as Vishuddhi chakra. Sri Krishna is the complete form. Why we say the complete? Because for him, the whole play, the whole Leela was to be just seen. This whole creation was nothing but just a play created. He had reached that stage and he talked of it. He said, Nainam chiranti shastrani, nainam dahati pavak. You cannot be killed by any instrument or by anything. And he did samhara. His greatest quality was that he killed many demons on this earth. Now those who talk of non-violence will say, oh, he was a violent man. There is a divine method which has to be employed to kill those demons. That was needed. And he did kill. He was the incarnation of a diplomat. What is a diplomat? Diplomat is a person who is a sakshi, who is a witness, who plays the divine diplomacy. He played the divine diplomacy, and you are still in that diplomacy when you read Gita, very much. I'll tell you in 2 sentences how to understand his diplomacy in Gita, very necessary. He said, in the very beginning, at the very outset, that you seek him within yourself. He told Arjuna, you seek him within yourself. You have to become a sakshi. Arjuna, being a mediocre, asked him a question that you are saying that you must seek him within yourself, you should become a sakshi, a witness, and here you are telling me to go on the war, to kill people, to kill my own brothers, kill my own relations. What he wanted to say, that it's all a play, but it only becomes a play when you become that witness, when you are realized. That's what he told him. But Arjuna was a mediocre in this respect. So he, being a father, he understood. Like a father who comes out of his hut and sees his son beating the cart. So he tells him, you bring the horse in front of the cart, then only the cart is going to move on. But the child, the son, doesn't want to listen to his father. He says, no, I'm going to beat the cart. So he plays the diplomacy, the father. The mother does not. Mother tells you the fact. So he played the diplomacy there. Divine diplomacy. He says, all right, you go on beating. But keep your attention on the horse and you will go forward. That's an absurd thing. It cannot happen, you know. He told something absurd. So he says, all right, do your karmas. But put it at the feet of the Lord. You cannot do it. It cannot be done. This is something, an impossibility, because there is an ego in you. If you do any work and if you think, oh, I am putting everything at the feet of the Lord, you are just deceiving yourself. This is his diplomacy, he's played with you. You cannot. Those who believe in such a thing should know that it's a deception. It can only happen when you become a hollow personality. For these people now, those who are realized, you will see, they will say, it's going, it's coming. Then do not say that I am giving, I am doing. You have to become a hollow thing like this, which just stands and sees and passes through it. The divine has to flow through you. And about bhakti, about the devotion, dedication is another diplomacy. You see his words. You see, nobody sees. I'm surprised. They have written 500 books on Gita. Nobody has seen this simple point that he has played a diplomacy with you because you do not know that you are not beyond ego yet. You have to go beyond it to be that. Is a very, very subtle happening. For this, God has placed all these chakras within us. So the outside does not matter so much, no doubt. But in a way it does. In the sense that when there is a deep light, you have to have the earthen pot all right, you have to have the proper amount of oil in it, you have to have the wick properly put up, and then only you can enlighten. If these three things are not all right, then I cannot enlighten you. So these three things are also important. So your dharma has to be all right. Of course, I'm not saying that if you are drinking, you cannot get realization. You can. And you can also get the power to get over your habits in no time, because once you get realized, you get intoxicated by yourself, by your own powers. You can feel in your hand the power flowing like vibrations, cool vibrations. If you use them, then you will know that you can cure people with this. After some time, you can give awakening of the Kundalini. When you will raise your hand, the Kundalini will move in another person. There are many. Now you have got Subramaniam here who has cured so many people. He is a government servant just like you. He has given awakening to so many people. He has given realization to so many people. You can also do it. The power exists within you, which becomes intelligible or conscious in your central nervous system also, and you can feel it flowing. You can work it out. Now you will know why people have described in the Kundalini awakening, this thing happens, that thing happens. If you go from the wrong side, it is going to happen. You have to be an authorized person. Tomorrow you put your hand in an electrical appliance and you said, there is so many problems. You should not do it. Only the engineer can do it, the authorized person can do it. This is all unauthorized. The first and foremost thing is that such a person has to be a realized person, and not only realized, but has to be a holy person. 3-4 air hostesses are friends of such and such person, and he is giving Kundalini awake. He is eloped with his wife. He is smuggling that side. He is smuggling gold from London, he is bringing down by air, and he is giving Kundalini rising. There should be some sense in what people talk. This is a very holy happening, has to happen in the holiest way. Now there is another chakra here. Where is this red spot is? We all put it here, but we do not know why we put it there. This is the center which is placed where the crossing of the optic nerves take place. You can call it the optic thalamus at that point. At that point it is placed. And this center controls the pituitary and pineal glands, which control, pituitary controls the ego and the pineal controls the superego. For a doctor, he knows about the pineal and pituitary, but he does not go further than that to know that it controls your ego and superego. Even if he knows, he does not know how to control. Now with Sahaja Yoga, you can see that they are like two balloons in your head. You can see them. It starts from the Vishuddhi chakra here, petals, where Sri Krishna reigns, whose power is Radha. And they rise in our head and move like this. There are two balloons which cover up our head completely about the age of 12 years or so. Complete. Calcification is complete at that time. Though to feeling, it is earlier. And that's how you develop a separate personality. You are Mr. So-and-so, he is Mr. So-and-so. Is the articulation. It is like a shell of an egg you are made. You are made like that because you have to grow inside the shell of your own being. You are a separate, प्रज्ञा वैसे नहीं करो, सबका चित्त वहां जाता है. You are a shell, he is a shell, and you are given the warmth, kept there, developed. In the end, the egg is broken here, and through it comes out a new personality, a new person within, which is a very different person from the one which was before. This is Sahaja Yoga. So that center which is here placed at the crossing point of the optic nerve is known as the Agya Chakra, and the deity placed there is Mahavishnu. I don't know how far people have read about Devi or Devi Mahatmya or Markandeya or even Adi Shankaracharya. Now Mahavishnu is a creation of Radhaji. He is the son of Radha. He created him out of Sri Ganesha's essence and in a special way. And this child was created in the Vaikunta stage, in the heaven we can say, and he incarnated on this earth as Jesus Christ. Lord Jesus Christ was not a human being. He took a form, but his body was completely Chaitanya. His body also was completely divine, specially created by his mother, who was Mary, but actually she was Radha herself. Sita became Radha, and then she became Christ's mother. She is Adi Shakti. Mary is not an ordinary woman. She is Radha herself. And if you read about Mahavishnu's birth, you will know that exactly the same is Christ. The name is Mahavishnu, and here it is Christ. Now, Jesus Christ name. Jesus, Jesu or Yesu. This is the name of Yashoda, was given by Radha to her son. We say Yesu or Jesu. And Christ is his surname. Krishna's name came from the word Krishi. Krishi means agriculture. He is the man who has sown the seed. Krishna came and he has sown the seed of that awareness by which you can become the Sakshi of this play, the witness of this play. And Christ's name is Christ, is the same as Krishna's name. When he talks of his father, he talks of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna was his father. The last is the center of Sahasrara, with 1000 petals. Is the limbic area which is surrounded by 1000 petals of this. In the Bible it is said, I will appear before you like tongues of flames. It is like tongues of flames, living tongues of blue flames and white flames and crystal flames, and the very silent flames. You can see that. Some of you have seen it. And they are like they act on our nerves. Now the doctors will argue that there are 982. Yes, there was an argument on that also. 982 nerves and 8 motor nerves and this nerves, and all of them do not become 1000. I mean, that's not the thing. I have not counted them. 1000 they are, no doubt. So these 1000 petals are the 1000 hands. Imagine in your brain. And this is the kingdom of God. Inside, which is the limbic area. When you cross this door of Agya, you enter into that. And this is ruled by the Adi Shakti, by the primordial mother. And she opens it up. She does. It is her job. At the end of it is the gate or the hole known as the Brahmarandra on top here, which presses the ego and superego on both the sides and takes your attention into that all-pervading power, which is all-pervading. When the Kundalini crosses the Agya, you become thoughtlessly aware. Thoughtlessly aware means you are aware, but there is no thought. You become silent. When it crosses the Brahmarandra, then the vibration starts flowing through you and you get cool vibration. This morning, about 5, 6 people got it. Of course, we have many here who are realized people. All these people who have come from the West are realized people. And they have experimented and they know all about it. And there are many others who have come from Bombay and those from Delhi also. We have many who are realized who have those vibrations flowing through them. It happens. It has to happen to you all. You all should get it. Then what happens? By that you become collectively conscious. I said you become. I did not say that you have to become, you become. You get that awareness. Immediately you start feeling the vibrations of other people. That little girl Pragya who came here, she's a born realized. There are many children who are born realized. My 2 grandchildren in Bombay, their granddaughters, and they are both self-realized. The younger one is hardly 10 months and she knows all about Kundalini. You ask her, what is God? You see, you can feel it on the fingers. Now there's a book which one of my disciples has written, my son or my child has written. It's in Marathi, it's so far Hindi में नहीं हुआ है कुछ भी. No, nothing has been done in Hindi. English also they have published one of my lectures. But in this Marathi book we have given the indications on what things you can feel the chakras. You can feel the centers which are caught in your fingers. Yeah. And you can see, and that's how, as a byproduct, you cure people. That's how the diagnosis comes through, and you can feel it. So tomorrow morning we are going to have meditation starting exactly at 8:30. I would request you tonight to go sleep off early in the morning, clean yourself, and come here at 8:30 so that we finish the session for you to go to your work. 8:30 early in the morning you have to come here, and then the Kundalini rising and everything can be done because people are more interested in the lecture. What am I to do? So I'm not doing any awakening today because it's already very late for you. Now, if some of you want to have it, I can work it out. My coffee. World realization means when you separate yourself from your gross awareness and become the subtle being is the realization. That's the beginning. In that first stage, I'm going to tell you tomorrow evening all about it, how in different 3 stages it works out. The first stage is of nirvichar, where you become thoughtlessly aware and collectively conscious through your vibrations. Then in the second stage, you become nirvikalp, in which you start giving realizations to others. And the third stage is a complete self-realization, where you become completely the master of Kundalini of others and your own, and you can work it out. And also, sitting down here, you can feel the Kundalini of all the people all over the world, and also you can control many elements and events, even events and elements.